Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm talking about how my crew and RELL SEAS will work. So before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is how to actually join the crew. And how you're going to join the crew is from the Discord server. So once you join the Discord server, you're going to verify your Roblox account. And then you're going to look for an application, and you're going to do the application. And after you do the application, like, your roles should be set. And like for the application, you're basically it's gonna decide what division you're in, and what your role is for the crew is gonna be. So I'll explain more later, but for now, just do the application. And once you do the application, after this video ends, of course, so you know exactly what you're choosing and stuff. So you do the application. After you do the application, you should be set for the crew, and then we'll look at the applications and we'll give you your respected roles and stuff. So let's get on to the second part. The second thing I'm going to talk about is the division. So after you fill out the application, you're automatically going to be put in a random division. It doesn't matter what division you're put into, but each division has a division leader, and that division, the division leader is going to lead the division. If you get what I'm saying. So yeah, the division leader is going to lead the division, and it's basically going to take care of it, make sure they're doing everything they need to do for the crew, and basically just making sure everything's good. And the division leaders will be chosen once RELL SEAS is released. We'll choose the division leaders so we can see different skill levels and stuff. I know I'm gonna be a division leader, and I have one other person in mind to be a division leader if they end up playing RELL SEAS. But depending on how many people we have in our crew, that's going to decide on how many divisions we have, and so on and so forth. So let's get on to the third thing. Okay, so the third thing I'm going to cover is factions. So the way factions are going to work is basically the same thing as divisions, but instead of being randomly put into a faction, you choose what faction you're going to be into. Then you need to try out for the faction, and then based on your skill level, we put you into that faction. So basically, different factions, assassins, so those are basically go on intel missions and kidnap people, and all the things that assassins do. Resource gatherers, you will be out gathering resources and bringing resources back to the camp, fix boats and stuff. Chefs will be cooking food for the crew, and in each division there's going to be at least one or two people from that respected faction. So basically, in one division, let's say there's 10 people in a division. Let's see, there's gonna be 2 assassins, 1 chef, 2 resource gatherers, and so on, and all the other factions. We're still coming up with more factions, but for now, those are the main 3 that we have. Oh, we might add a fishing faction, but that could be a part of resource gathering for now. And then that's really it for factions. So let's get on to the fourth thing. Okay, so the fourth thing I'm talking about is probably crew events. So probably every weekend, I'm gonna host a crew event, so we can do team bonding between divisions and build trust between the people in our crew. And those should be tournaments, team resource gatherings, treasure hunts, all that good stuff. So yeah, team building events will be probably every Saturday. So if you can't make it, it's fine, but if you can make it, make sure you come in so you can get to know people on the crew. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty fun. So let's get on to the fifth thing, I think. Okay, so the fifth thing is gonna be wars. So if there's a war, everyone's gonna arrive in their each divisions, one by one each division. And then after they get to where the war is, they're gonna separate into their factions. And once they're in the factions, then we can start doing what we are required to do. So the chefs are gonna cook food to heal people. The resource gatherers are gonna gather resources to help repair items and repair the boats and stuff. The fighting factions are gonna fight, obviously, and the healing factions are gonna provide healing in battle instead of the chefs. Or I don't know if they do the same thing, but the chefs and healers basically the same thing, but the healers are more more on the battlefield, and the chefs are off the battlefield. And yeah, basically that's really it for my crew. I might add like more stuff later on until like we get more, like when we get more information about the game. But for now, that's really it. I'm still deciding a name for the crew and a logo. So if you know any of those, like please like hit me up, and I'll put the Discord link in the description below. Make sure you click the Discord, and then you'll be in the server. So yeah, thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.